I get it, you scroll through a sea of glossy images, see a 65-inch 4K screen that promises commercial-grade performance, and you start picturing crystal-clear presentations and sleek conference rooms. Then you hear the same story over and over. The unit looks amazing online, but once it's up on the wall, the brightness falls short, the colors look flat, or the cables turn the space into a spaghetti mess. That hesitation is real, and it's the exact reason I'm diving into this review. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. Let's see whether the ViewSonic CDE6514 lives up to the hype, or if it's another pretty-looking disappointment. First off, this isn't a consumer TV. It's marketed as a commercial-grade 65-inch 4K UHD display, which means it's built for environments where reliability, integration, and durability matter more than binge-watching the latest series. That distinction shapes everything from the way you set it up to the kind of people who will actually benefit from it. Real-world setup. I've spoken with a few IT managers who installed similar 65-inch units in boardrooms. The biggest pain point they cite is cable chaos. The CDE6514 tries to solve that with a single-cable USB-C productivity hub. In practice, you run one USB-C cable from your laptop or mini PC, and that same cable carries video, audio, data, and even power for compatible devices. It's not magic if your source can't output power over USB-C. You'll still need a separate adapter, but for most modern laptops, it cuts the wall-to-desk cable count from 3 or 4 down to 1. That alone speeds up the walk-in present routine and reduces the risk of tripping over stray cords. Mounting is straightforward. The display comes with a ViewSonic-compatible bracket, and because it's a commercial model, the panel is lighter than you'd expect for a 65-inch screen, roughly 30 kg, so ceiling or wall mounts don't require a reinforced structure. The installation guide assumes you have some basic networking knowledge, which is fine for an office that already runs Ethernet to the conference room. Everyday usability. Brightness is rated at 350 nits, and the panel uses a High-Haze, reflection-free coating. In a typical meeting room with overhead lights and some natural light, that level of luminance is plenty to keep the image readable without washing out the colors. However, if you plan to install the display in a lobby with large windows and bright sunlight, you might find the screen struggling to stay vivid. In those scenarios, a higher brightness commercial display, 600-800 nits, would be a safer bet. The built-in Android 14 operating system is a practical touch. You can load signage apps, schedule playlists, or run a simple web browser without attaching an external PC. For a school district that wants to rotate announcements across multiple rooms, the Free Fleet device management feature means you can push updates over the network without physically touching each unit. That saves a lot of time compared to older displays that require a USB thumb drive for each change. Audio is where the CDE6514 shows its limits. It has a basic stereo speaker array that's adequate for a quick voiceover during a presentation, but don't expect cinema-level surround sound. Most businesses pair it with external soundbars or ceiling speakers, especially if the room is used for webinars where clear audio is as important as clear video. Hidden trade-offs. Because the display is positioned as a commercial product, it doesn't chase high dynamic range, HDR, numbers like a consumer TV would. The color gamut is roughly 90% of DCI-P3, which is respectable for office graphics and most corporate branding, but it won't reproduce the deep blacks and punchy highlights you see on a premium home theater panel. If your primary use case is showcasing high-contrast video content, say, a film festival or a gaming lounge, you'll notice the difference. Another subtle point, the unit supports RS-232, RJ45, and Wi-Fi/BT slots. That makes it flexible for integration with existing AV control systems, but it also means you'll need someone on your IT team who knows how to configure those protocols. The learning curve isn't steep, but it's not a plug-and-play experience for a non-technical user. Who should buy it? Corporate conference rooms where you need a reliable 4K display that can be controlled centrally, run presentations from a single USB-C cable, and update digital signage on the fly. The reflection-free coating shines in rooms with mixed lighting, and the Android platform eliminates the